Okay, about 12:17 p.m. January 4th, Monday in the garden. Muffet and I, we just finished our walk. Yeah, we're not sweating too much this morning because it's a bit overcast. Yeah, haven't seen the sun yet, but a little breezy, a little, I'm not gonna say cool, but it's pleasant, very pleasant. So today we're gonna give you a quick look at what we did to the remaining part of the garden, which is on the northeast side. And all of these plants, believe it or not, they were tucked away over here in the garden, where I stuffed just about everything until we could complete the gardens. Help has been a little slow, but it comes when I get it, I guess. But yeah, I'm sorry, I digress. So Muffet decided to sit in the pathway or the walkway. But yeah, so we're gonna just take a quick look. It's not gonna be a long clip. I'm gonna include another clip on to this, and that's that. What are those things? Grammatophile update. I'm going to tag that along in this clip also. So all of this was in the garden over there, okay, on the south side. So what we have are some arborvitae. We have some bird of paradise with some nice little lilies. I'm not sure what that's called. I can't get to the name tag. And I got a visitor this morning who thinks he's going to get fed. Not happening. Of course, I wanted this to be my canna garden, but they're kind of seasonal down here for some reason. I could only find a few, and I also had some in the garden, so I tucked them. I repotted most of the cannas. Let me let you take a good look at it. There's a yellow one. You gonna get out of my way? I'm not feeding you. You can forget it. And we have a nice orange canna here. Yeah, on the edge of the garden, which I'm gonna put something along that space there to keep the ducks from coming through, because they come through and they jump on top of that little edging there, that border, and knock it over. But yeah, so we have another yellow canna here. It's beautiful. I repotted them and gave them some espoma plant tone. And man, oh man, I'm not sure what this is called, but I have several of them spaced out in the garden. And we have some ginger here. Have some more arborvitae placed on top of an old wagon to give it some height. And we got this plant here that doesn't seem like it's doing well, but I can move it to a different position. We got some elephant ear tucked away in there to give it some growth. I repotted this cherry tree, and it looks like it wasn't happy about being repotted. But I'm going to leave it in that position, take some soil to get it analyzed to make sure somebody didn't put something dangerous in the pot. But yeah, we got this Cassandra. I'm not sure if that's the name of it, but she is totally in bud. She was also repotted and given some plant tone. We got some Gerbria down in here that I want to take out and put somewhere else because they like sun to get them to flower. So we're going to sit it here until it flowers, and then we'll place it back in the garden. Got my old rose bush that was in the garden. Brought it out. The flowers spent, of course. It was beautiful. Yes, it was. We have some nice fern hanging on the tree. I also put a staghorn in the tree. It seems to be doing okay. Yeah, the birds didn't totally annihilate the coconut fiber wrapped around it. Yeah, so we got some elephant ear tucked away in there. We got hibiscus here and another hibiscus here, which is yellow. Yeah, it's budding up. But the buds doesn't really look that great, so I need to give it a little more fertilizer. And this is a nice little annual here, hanging on the trellis. It's really pretty. Just to give it some filler. Not sure what that plant is there, but it's been there for a while. Put it in last year. It's doing pretty good. It's pretty happy. Yeah. So, and what we have? We have a couple of more uh, trees that I'm gonna repot and put in the garden. It's a Leland Cyprus. I'm gonna keep them potted up for privacy, just a little more privacy along the northeast border. This cactus here that I've been growing for quite a while is in flower. Look at that. Look at that. That is really beautiful. Yeah. It came into flower right around Christmas time, and I have several divisions of it. I just love it. It's yellow with little red, look like little tiny red flowers in there. Can't get that to focus, but it's gorgeous. That's a piece, and here's the main piece here that I took the divisions from. Show you how I took the divisions. You see these little offshoots here? I just cut them back, let it callus over, and then I stuck it in whatever soil that I want. But this is the main plant, and it's also in flower. The sun is pretty bad. I'm trying to see if I can get a better position on these little tiny flowers here. Yeah, so this is the main plant that I took it from. Oh, I see a name tag in here. Let me see if we got a name for it. No. Desert Escapes. Yeah, that's about it. I don't have a name tag for it, but I love it. I like it because it grows straight up. There's another piece there. Several divisions of it that I tucked away in soil. This is a money tree that my neighbor gave me a couple of Christmases ago. Yeah, the growth was sort of stagnant because I didn't repot it, and it looked pretty sad, but I repotted it anyway, and I'm hoping it'll take off in this pot and go. I'm waiting for some new growths to happen. But I also have a division of her, or propagation actually. What I did was I just cut off a nice leaf and I put it in here it is. Put it in a pot. It seems to be doing a lot better than its mother plant, which I believe eventually it'll be okay. But yeah, this is it. It feels great. Yeah, something I'm not giving it, but I'll do my research and find out what's going on. I got a mango tree here. Yeah, that was also repotted and placed on the northeast side for a little privacy. Here, I'm trying to layer the things in the garden so you can actually see what's going on. Yeah, but it seemed to be doing pretty good. Yeah, seems happy. And I have another mango tree that's going to go out into the garden. Got my citrus out here, my tangerine trees, one sweet and one honey, or one sour and one honey, I believe it's called. I showed you these a while ago. That's the sour there, and the other one is the honey. And they seem to be doing pretty good. Haven't put on any new growth yet, but my fingers are crossed. I think this is a jasmine bush here. It flowers, the pretty big flowers, so I'm going to find room for that in the garden. And this is my crepe myrtle, my cherry colored flowers, and it's putting off little offshoots now. So it's happy. It was repotted, and some fern came along with it. So we're going to leave that fern in there just as long as it doesn't try to take over. Got a nice crown of thorn with some, what are those called? Nice crown of thorn there. And there's a yellow one there in the pot. Yeah. And we got, what are these called? I forget the name of them, but I have several of them in the garden. Purple. They're tucked away in the pots. Let me try to find another one for you. Yep, but I also have a pot fern back there that I'm starting. Yeah, I want that to get bushy. Look like it's, but they love water anyway. I don't want to put holes in that container yet because the rainy season hasn't started. So I got to make sure not to give that any more water. The bird of paradise are tucked in there. I told you about that. Told you about the nice little daisy. I got to find the name of that crazy plant. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember it. Let me pause until I find the name. Okay, I found the name. I got these on clearance from Lowe's. They're Lantana. I got a variety of the colors of Lantana. Let me show you how I repurposed my old grill. Here's the top of the old grill that I used for Christmas. And I filled it with Lantana and I stuck it in the garden. And I also have a nice bush back there that's very fragrant. I stuck it back there. It'll grow up real quick for privacy. I stuck some Lantana here and another canna plant, and it looks like it's happy, very happy. Also brought out my Asian orchid bush to stick in this corner here, which really looks nice when people walk south. They say they love it. The car looks like it needs to be clean. We'll get that done today. Yeah, so this part of the garden is fine. I kind of thinned it out here on top. And, yeah. Take a peek down in here to see what's going on. I had a cat sleeping in it. That's on the inside of my jungle. Grammatophyllums on the garden bench over there. And lemon and limes are growing. Fantastic. Muffet, don't get right behind me because I'll step right on you, sweetie, coming out of the jungle. What you want, Ma? You want your snack? I didn't give you your snack after we finished walking. Oh, my bleeding hearts are in full bloom here in the garden. They look fantastic. I cut the crepe myrtles back that were finished. You know how they look at the end of the season. Really ragged. So I'm going to cut these back in the garden so they can rebloom for summer, for spring. And I took these bleeding hearts and just draped them over on the outside of the garden to give it some visual. And it works. Everybody loves it. And the other part of the old grill is here. It's used as a ficus planter. There it is, right there. 22-inch grill. The reason why I'm repurposing it is because I can no longer use it. That vent that controls the airflow at the bottom, it rusted and we couldn't get it off, and I didn't want to damage the bowl of the grill, so I use it as, oh, definitely my fern. I call it ficus, but my fern planter. It's perfect. It's standing on wheels. It's fantastic. Yeah, so I replaced that. And that was a great idea because I really didn't want to get rid of the bowls. And I purchased me another 22-inch Weber. Yeah, gotta have my Weber to grill them bones. Yeah, there it is. And I'll repurpose that when the time comes. They'll be standing planters. Great idea, folks. It works. And Well, what I did was I also sprayed the inside with Rust-Oleum, but the rusting is very slow. Yeah, very slow rusting, and I think it'll last for a great while. I lined the bowl also with some weed barrier fabric. I think it's gonna be fine. Not, I'll just buy another one just for a planter. Why not? It's perfect. So the southeast side of the garden is looking pretty good. I just need to clip back this crepe myrtle here so the new flush will come. Look like the new flush is already here. So I'm a little slow about trimming that back. I might just leave it. But the others I definitely need to clip back. Most of the birds have taken all the seed. I don't see them feeding on the crepe myrtles anymore. I believe all the seed have dropped or have been eaten. But yeah, here's a look at the garden from this angle. Yeah, it's not bad. And when they start to fill out a bit, I'll push them back and layer them to give it a better visual. I haven't spaced this way because of the sun. Haven't been getting much of that lately, so want to make sure they're each getting the right amount of sun. But come spring and summer, sun will not be an issue in this garden at all. Yeah, I had issues trying to stand up this Eureka Palm. It was top heavy. I had it on the inside of the garden on that side for privacy on the wall, and I didn't realize how big it had grown. I pulled it out. It was huge. Now, I'm not sure what's browning certain branches on it. Could be the fact that it has overgrown the pot and is dying back. So we're going to, there it is. Yeah, you can look at it and tell it has definitely overgrown the pot. So I'm going to have to keep some water in there or buy a bigger pot just for it. So I'm going to go shopping to see if I can get a bigger pot for it. And my son and his friends are going to have to come over and help me pull it out because I don't think I can pull that out of there. Yeah, I can put more soil in there, but that's about all I can do and keep it watered. Yeah. But I believe it's crying for a new home, those roots. Yeah. Somebody broke that. That didn't just happen. Yeah, that was broken. But yeah, that's just a quick look at what's going on in the garden. And we'll keep you updated on the turn of events. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching, and have a great orchid and gardening growing day.